friends, I am so glad you're here today. We are going to be doing a deep clean, declutter, and organize in today's video. It was funky, it was nasty, it needed to be done. So you know I've been decluttering my entire house and deep cleaning. You guys really loved my deep cleaning video and also the decluttering video from last week. So we are just going to continue on and do that in here. I have mentioned it before, less chaos, less clutter, simplifying everything in our lives. So I'm excited to do that with you today. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are going to start right off into my bathroom. It is absolutely filthy. I haven't done a deep clean in here in quite some time. Now, I do have a brush in here that I will keep to get down there and scrub, but as you can see, we have not done it in a while. I live in Florida and it's just really hard water and it's gross, so this is what it looks like, and it definitely needs some attention right away. I have mentioned before that my mood has been not good, very low. I've been in a depressive state, and this was the least of my worries, if I'm being honest. I feel myself coming out of it, thank goodness. And so I am starting to tackle the areas that I have seen but just didn't have the energy to do. So that is what we are doing. So I'm going to remove everything out of here and I'm going to place it in the sink. Even the bath toys, because we are going to declutter a lot of these items as well. I'm going to use this Mr. Clean. I'm just going to pour it on the floor because I'm going to come in here with my favorite mop. I have gotten this from this gentleman from TikTok. It is a family-owned business and they are amazing. So it has interchangeable heads, and this is the scrub brush. This is why I love the mop so much. So I am scrubbing all of this because I do not want to get on my hands and knees. So I'm going to tackle this like this, yes, and scrub, and try to get as much of all of the grime up that I can before having to get down there in the nitty gritty, because y'all already know I'm going to have to do that.
If your love's exclusive, if your mouth and heart's agreeing, need to know for sure. Cause I can take this anymore. Don't want to want you more. You're running out my door and leaving me behind. I gotta get some answers before I go under, baby.
Here it is. Okay, let's learn how to talk. Okay, here it is after giving it a really good deep scrub. But you already know I've got to get in there because I wasn't able to really get in the grout lines against the wall. So I know I'm going to also need some of my bleach that I just cannot avoid it. I'm going to use this little scrub brush. This is what I was talking about. I keep this in the shower. Like I said, you can tell we haven't used it, but I keep some Dawn dish soap in here, and when everything is working as it should and my mind is in the right spot and I'm on my game, I will scrub this periodically. Now, let me just throw this out there. There are some people in the world that their showers and their house never gets messy, and I want to rejoice with them. I want to say that is amazing, you're awesome. And then there are some of us that we just can't do it, and we cannot tackle all of the 50 million things we have in a day. Decision fatigue, and just it's overwhelming. So for those of you who struggle to keep on top of everything, I just want to put this out there. I'm right there with you. It is not a moral failing to not have a super clean house, okay? Like I said, I'm so happy for those who can do it, but for those of us who can't, that is okay. We're not better of a person for having a clean house, and we're not worse of a person for having a messy one. It is just what it is. Now, all we can do is our very best. So I hope these videos just motivate you and inspire you, and know that I am meeting you, whoever is watching this, right where you are at. I struggle with anxiety and depression. It knocks me on my tail where I can't do anything. I also struggle with ADD, so it's not always easy. So we are tackling these things together. I'm so thankful that I feel like I'm coming out of it, but it's been really, really hard. So if you're struggling too, you are not a bad person for having a messy home or clutter. But I hope to bring these videos to you so we can tackle those things together one step at a time, because you deserve a clutter-free and clean home.
Realize that I'm the one you like.
So I'm going to start off with some of my laundry. I have this hamper here. I got it from Amazon and I love it. It has 3 sections and I like to section my clothes off darks, lights, and reds just because that's just what I do. I will also do like towels with the whites and everything like that. And then the blankets, whatever the coordinating color shall be. So I'm doing this now. Now, Drew's cat has really just run amok in my house and on my laundry. So we've got this hamper here. It has a lid and it has been a lifesaver. So I'm going to start tackling the top of the counter here. I've got Emma in the bath, and because that's just how I have to do it, mom life. And also I want to throw this out there that my nose is stuffy, so if my voice sounds a little weird, that's why. You know, I had the flu, a cold, COVID, and now I have something else, or maybe it's allergies. I don't know. Just pray for me, please. Okay, so I want to, now that is Declutter. Emma's in the background, so I hope you guys can hear me, but I want to talk a little bit, I want to go through this process with you. So often I will just do a voiceover, but I actually want to stop while I'm here in the process and kind of talk to you about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and the method, if you will. So I've got my bag here. This is stuff I have been collecting for a couple of weeks. It's been sitting in my room. I've got a trash bag over there also. And this is just like clothes and anything that's going to go to the Goodwill that I'm not going to sell. And then here is a trash bag full of trash. Now, a lot of this stuff are her bath toys that I just noticed that whenever she takes a bath, she's just throwing them out of the bath. So therefore, it's really not important to her. So I've watched her. I've really been paying attention, and I would encourage you guys to do the same when it comes to your children, even yourselves. Watch the things you gravitate towards, watch the things your children gravitate towards, and keep those things. Those things have value if you continue to get them. Things that are getting left in the closet, left on the floor, left in the cabinet, or in the drawer for later on in life, those are things you probably don't need. And just eliminating those things will free up so much space here and so much space here, and I can't stress that enough. So I'm going to continue to zoom through here. In my last video, I showed you the stuff I got out of here. Well, we're going to go and do it again. Don't feel like when you declutter your home, it's going to happen in a day. It can take a really long time, and then when you feel like you're at a good place, you might want to do it again. Decluttering is a way of life. It's not just one simple act. Now, we can give you all the tips and tools to get you on that journey, but this is something that we want to incorporate every single day while you're cleaning or while you're tidying up or whatever the case may be. These are the things you want to do. You want to take inventory like, I spent money on this and I like it and I could use it. I mean, I could put her bows in here. I could put her socks, but I don't need to. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. One of the biggest things that or obstacles that I'm dealing with is I noticed that things where people give me items, so my love language is gifts. I love to give people gifts. I also like to receive gifts. Now, I'm not like a big, extravagant gift type of person, although if Chris surprises me with a Siberian kitty, I won't do that. But I just like food or drinks. Like, bring me a coffee or bring me a pastry and this girl is good. So those are the kind of gifts. So I know that I know that about myself. And so when people give me gifts, I'm like, ooh. Because when I say to you guys, like I've had you guys send me stuff, or I've had my neighbors send me stuff. When I say to you guys, you have no idea what this means to me, I really mean that. It touches my heart in a way I really can't even explain. However, sometimes the gifts that I receive, as much as I absolutely love them, I don't use them. And so I'm learning that I have to let them go. So I will always try to find another home for it first because I love this item. If I have done my due diligence and I can't find another person that might benefit from this particular gift, I am going to let it go. I won't trash it, but I will donate it. So maybe it'll find its rightful owner somewhere else. And letting go of the guilt of getting rid of a gift has been really empowering for me. I love people, and I want people to know that they are loved, and I want people to know that they matter to me. And so it's kind of a touchy subject. It's really tough. I've had people, you know, even sentimental items, if you feel like you have to hold on to this thing because someone gave it to you, this item, or if maybe someone passed away. But you don't owe it to anybody to hold on to things that do not serve you. And you can even go back to them and say, I love this, it meant more to me than you'll know, but I can't use it. Can I give it back to you? Or do you have somebody else who'd like to give it to you? Or just don't even say anything to them. You don't have to say anything to them, but you can let it go. So that's a little thing when it comes to sentimental items or gifts and things like that. This was actually a Christmas gift, and I picked it out for her grandmother to give her. I had high hopes for it, but it didn't work out like I expected. It always ended up on the floor. So we're gonna go ahead and let it go now. I would donate this to somebody, maybe like a neighbor, but because it's full of water and water's been in it, the likelihood of like mold or something inside of it is pretty high because it's a bath toy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let that go. So I'm gonna go over to some more items and do my drawers as well, and I'm gonna zoom through here really quick. Here are the items that I pulled out of the shower. I'm going to get rid of whatever I don't need, put it in the trash, and then wipe down the stuff that I'm going to keep. I've mentioned this in my last video. I like to clean the bottles and the toothbrushes and everything when I clean. So when I clean every square inch. So that's what I'm doing. Now, I will tell you, when you see an overview of what everything looks like organized, I did not scrub my makeup containers because I actually want to get rid of them. And I just want to throw that out there because when you see it, it's pretty rough. It's really bad. Now, I don't know why my vanity area has the most shallow little drawer I've ever seen in my whole life. So I'm making do with what I've got, but I want to find something that fits there better.
It was a sign from you, telling me you need me here just like I do. All I ever wanted was to make it through. Tell me, how about you? How about you? So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here?
So I had a large portion of where I was talking going through all of my makeup, but I had to delete that because I wasn't able to crop Emma out like I had wanted. So I had basically just said, it is really hard for me to get rid of makeup. I used to work at Ulta. My mom worked at Maybelline growing up, so I've always played in makeup, and I like to purchase makeup. Makeup makes me feel beautiful and just all of these things. I like to just have fun with it. It's like an art. But I am learning that I have too much of it and I can't wear it all and it goes bad and expires. So I am really just biting the bullet and getting rid of so much. Also, I wanted to throw this out there. We don't need makeup to be beautiful. We are beautiful and amazing and worthy and all of the things just the way we are. And so I felt like for me, I was putting too much emphasis on it. So I'm wanting to scale back and really just embrace who I am and really embrace aging, which is really difficult for me. But I'm actually starting to enjoy just, me and who I am as a person and just embracing my flaws and all that comes with it. Here, got rid of quite a few things in here. Again, this is Chris's section. He's going to have to do this. But we've got our items that we need, and I got rid of any trash, and then this is for Emma. Over here, put my things that I need, my retainers, nail stuff, contacts, and then stuff, clip your nails with. Got rid of anything that I like. Everything in here, I'm going to grab for at some point. Right. I think this is the biggest change. I wear these palettes the most. I switch between these three. I mix these two to get my shade, and then I do that like when I'm going somewhere. I've got all the eye stuff here, the lip stuff here. I do actually switch between all of these depending on the eyeshadow look. And I love these two powder blushes and bronzers, and I also have my liquid, so I kind of switch between both. And then I've got my Saint makeup because I really do love that too. I like to play in it, and it just depends. I don't have like a go-to look. I just do what I'm feeling. Got rid of not quite a few brushes. I got rid of some brushes. I can see myself using all of these. And I actually love the Saint brushes. They're probably some of my favorite that I've ever used. Amazing quality. Really, really good. And then I've got lotion and oil and like a face refresher. I need that stuff. Okay. Down here. Okay, so I've got my brow waxing, my waxing kit there, and then it's like a brush, like exfoliator for my face. I got it for Christmas 2 years ago. I'm not quite ready to let it go, but I stuck it in the back because if I don't use it within like 6 months, it's probably gonna have to go. Hair stuff, extra makeup. I do have extra makeup for like if I ever go somewhere and I want to like glam it up, then these are some of the items I'm gonna reach for. Clean this out as well. You saw I did not realize I had the Vegamore shampoo, so I took the shampoo that was currently in the shower, brought it in here because I want to use that up. I do like it. It does work. I use all of these products depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing. So it's mostly like volumizing and like heat protecting and stuff like that. I will reach for every single thing in here at some point. Now, I'm pretty much a middle schooler because I still will spritz myself with, well, I call it vanilla lace because it used to be called vanilla lace, but now I don't know what it's called. Vanilla and Love Spell. I don't like a lot of fragrances. That and Dime, I think it's ILYSB, I don't know. I like that one a lot. This is an organizer I purchased from Michael's. It is for paint, so I decided to go ahead and use it for some items under my sink. When I was in my garage, I actually found some items that I had purchased from the Target dollar spot for $5, and this is a perfect example on why we do not need to buy things until we have an immediate use. I purchased those items because they were a good price, and I figured, you know, one day I'll use it. But they've been sitting there for months and months and months now. Now I have found a use for it, but that is pointless. I could have just gone to the store immediately or just used what I already have because it works fine. So I want to encourage you to not go out and buy all of the plastic bins and totes and all of the organizing things, because that is not going to be the catalyst that changes everything. These tips and just making conscious effort to get rid of the things you don't need or that don't serve you is what is going to change you, not more plastic bins and acrylic containers. So as I'm editing this video, I'm seeing that it looks like Emma has been in the bath literally all day. She has not. When I started filming this portion, it was later on in the day, and I had to use two different cameras. One of my cameras, my Canon, is just a brighter camera. It just works better in lower light. And then my Sony is the one I'm using now, and it looks very dark. So she is fine. She was not in the bath all day. It was literally maybe like 45 minutes, which I will continue to warm up the water because she just loves to play in there, and she's such a busy girl. And if I can have her contained in the bath, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly give you an overview of the bathroom. Emma's toys are up here, but you saw how many toys I got rid of. I'm gonna actually open the blinds because you see, I got a ton of toys out of here, and it wasn't easy, but I did it. But look at how clean the shower is. Ta-da! This looks so much better. Honestly, it just looks and feels so good. Let me get you close up. No more mold or mildew, no more hard water stains. I live in Florida if you're new here, so hard water stains are very normal. We get a really yucky, like yellowish brown look everywhere. And then I used to do in my old house, take toilet bowl cleaner, usually the clear kind, and I would put it along the grout and that would clean it. Well, I did it again, but while I was doing it, well, not while I was doing it, like as it started coming out, I realized it was blue and it actually stained my grout. So I put some bleach on it and it's kind of like taking it back to its original glory. So I also cleaned that area. I don't know why my toilet paper looks like that. I think a kid was in here, but I cleaned that area and used a pumice stone. I didn't really think that was going to change anyone's life by seeing that, so I left it out. I do that sometimes. I will come and clean other parts and not always add it. Just really depends, but looking good. We decluttered all in here. This is looking good. This is all clean up here. I got to put that in the laundry room. Yeah. Let me show you. I did this last year and it is still looking pretty darn good in my opinion. So I've been able to keep this area really clean, and I will say it doesn't, the items you buy are not going to be the catalyst for a decluttered and home. It's not. So save your money. You've got to implement certain tips, or you got to implement certain things before you go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff. Just wanted to tell you. So that's trash. That's trash. That's donation. And Chris just got back from a men's retreat, and we are going to tackle the space in here. Your bedroom is supposed to be your haven. I want to be able to come in here and feel like I'm just like, oh, all right. So that is what we were doing. As I was putting laundry away, I noticed there was so much in here. I was like, this has got to go. So that's what we're going to do. Right now, I'm going to put it in this basket right here, and then I will put it over here. Actually, no, look, I've already got a bag. I'm prepared. So I've got my drink, and we are ready to rock and roll. So full transparent moment. I follow a lot of, well, I used to. I follow a lot of Instagram accounts, decor accounts, because y'all know I love me some decor. And you know, I actually started another channel, strictly decor and DIYs, because near and dear to my heart. Well, I stopped posting over there because I realized the more stuff I was buying, the more overwhelmed I felt, and the less disappointed, disappointed I felt within myself. A, I spent money. B, it was on trendy items that were gone within a season. And C, I had way more stuff than I actually needed. And I started feeling really overwhelmed and discouraged. So it took me a while, like literally a couple of years, to realize and put the things together. And I was like, okay, my eyes are bigger than my wallet, A, and buying beautiful blankets, throw blankets, and pillows, and, you know, wall art is not going to change my life. But simplifying my life, decluttering, and having a nice space to come to, may. So first step, I stopped following a ton of accounts. I love seeing their stuff, but it just wasn't working for me. It made me want to spend money. So I stopped following them. That is a huge, huge, huge thing. I just want to say this right now. If there is an account that you are following and they make you feel less than, you start comparing yourself or your home to them, your kids to them, your husband to them, your decor to them, anything to them. If you leave their page, channel, blog, whatever, if you leave their whatever feeling less than, even a little bit less than, I want you to unfollow immediately, because we don't have time to be feeling less than. You are worthy and you are amazing, and there needs to be nothing in your life that brings you down, okay? We're not about that. And I had to do the same thing. I had to do it to some YouTube people too. I know. I don't follow a lot of people anymore. Like, I follow some, but you have to, if you feel less than or you're comparing yourself, they gotta go. And if they don't understand, that's cool too, whatever. So I used to want to have like all these pillows and blankets and stuff on my bed because that's what all the like top interior people will have it, and I realized that's just not for me. So I'm gonna start off. You know how this like rabbit trail, I just want to start off by making my bed. It's very simple. It's not going to give you wow factor, but it gives me cozy factor. And I'm going to clear off the tables real quick. While I'm clearing off the tables, I'm going to go ahead and pop open another trash bag. I think the coffee's kicking. It is half calf though. I'm going to pop open another trash bag, and we are going to go ahead and clean out in here too. So I'm going to take both my basket and my trash bag and do that. Remember, I told you in my last video, if you are just getting started and you have a tendency to go back and shop the things that you already decluttered, make sure you're putting it in a box or a black bag so you don't do that. I've got myself pretty disciplined enough where I won't. It's hard, but I won't do that. So you know yourself the best. So you use your own discernment for that. So we're going to go ahead and get started on making my simple but cozy bed in my simple but cozy room. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Girl, I can't, girl, guy, whoever's watching, I can't do anything without headphones on because there's too much going on out there. So I have multiple books that I listen to on Audible. I like my podcast and I like my Audible. And so I go through seasons of certain things, if you guys want to know. Right now I'm doing Stumbling into Grace by Lisa Harper, but I've got all kinds of stuff on here. Winning the War on Your Mind, 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think, Own Your Everyday, Embrace Your Almost. I mean, like, I have a lot of stuff on here. So I'm going to continue to try to do this. It's telling me there's a problem. If there is continuing to be a problem, then I will go to my mom's No Kids Allowed playlist on Spotify. And if y'all saw it, y'all would judge me. But let me just tell you that I was a little hood rat in Memphis doing my thing with my hoop earrings. And honestly, that music motivates me. That worship music. Look, there's balance. There's balance. There's balance. So, yeah, we're going to get downloaded. Look at me. We're going to do Stumbling into Grace. Okay, so my camera died and I went ahead and just completed this. So, paper clutter. I have a lot of stuff on here that I've been holding on to for quite a few years, about 4 years I think, when we lived in the other house. And from a course I took, very important, pertinent information, but the reality is I can go find the same information. I can find this information online when I need to access it or whatever. So I'm gonna get rid of it. I've been holding on to it all these years. This is wild. So this is gonna go. And then I also talked about my tank tops. I love this tank top. It always opens. No one needs to see that. I purchased every single color of these Time and True tank tops. I love them, but I'm not, everybody's got their things. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't love showing my arms a lot, but I'm getting more confident, more okay with it. But I don't need all these colors because they've been sitting here for I don't know how long. Now, black and white, that's a staple for sure. I don't think I need the brown tan. I'm gonna keep it in the neutrals right here. So I'm gonna keep a black one, a navy one, striped one, and another striped one because I do love stripes. So that works. That cleans that out and it looks amazing. So that's done. Okay, next. I have this book here. This was a gift and I love it. I've actually had it for quite some time, and originally before my camera died I set it into like the keep pile, but the more I was thinking about it, I'm like, it's wonderful, but I'm not using it, and I think somebody else could benefit from it, so I'm gonna donate that. That's not easy, because I told you I already talked about the gifts thing. It means a lot to me when I receive a gift, so that's hard, but I've held on to it for 4 or 5 years. Then I have this. I try to not be on my phone before bed. It's a work in progress. So I do these coloring pages, and I really like it, but I thought it would relax me more than it does. It doesn't really, I don't know. I don't know. This is a maybe. This is a maybe because I don't know. And then the markers and the colors that go with it. The markers, I don't love those, but my kids could use them. That's a maybe too. Let's see. Clips. I had clips in there. Don't need this one because it doesn't work very well. I keep supplements that I want to take at bedtime and my medicine I want to take at bedtime in my nightstand right here. So it's right there and accessible. So I'm definitely going to put these back. Retainer can go in the bathroom. Inhaler, need it. Medicine, need it. Remote, need it. And the rest of it, I don't need. Let me put my AirPods away. I'll put those in here as well. Boom. Another thing, I have a chronic runny nose, so I like to put this in here because I don't like a lot of clutter up here. Now, this was another gift that someone gave me. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, this I'm gonna keep. This is good. This is good. A friend gave this to me, my neighbor. I like this. This is sweet. I'm gonna keep this. Pray this, remember. Okay, that's really nice. I'm gonna keep this and I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put this next to my bed. This has earned a spot next to my bed. Little night clothes, nicer night clothes. I'll put those there, and that's it. So, hidden area. This is a really good book. I'm not gonna read it. I'm not a reader. I want to be. I would like to be, but I'm not. Scriptures for Anxiety, The Art of Calligraphy. Now, Isabella's girlfriend gave me this, and I do love it. But let me tell you, I cannot do calligraphy. I've tried, and I've tried, and I've tried, and I'm not good at it. Don't need that either, and I don't need that. Everything's online. Okay, so that's good. So we've got, this is completely free, except for the stuff I need. A little hidden drawer is empty, and then this here. I've got this, and I've got this, and that's a wrap. Okay, so I'm having a lot of guilt about this one. I'm having a lot of guilt because she gives me the most beautiful things, and they're so sweet and they're so thoughtful. Okay, I can't get rid of this yet. Okay, no, I can do it. I can do it. That's hard. I just don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because I appreciate it so much. But you can only do what is right for you, and if someone doesn't take it or receive it the way it was intended, that's on them, not on you. Okay, move on. Beats. That's got to go there. Glasses. That's got to go there. I also put skincare that I want to use every night. Tretinoin. Not bad. This is going to be stuff that goes into another section, and let's move on. Okay, so this is Chris's stuff. He's going to go through that. Remember, they have to do it themselves, but I can go through my stuff real quick. All right, so I got these little containers here. from Home Goods, and I like to store stuff like this in there now. Okay, so I don't need this. I'm gonna get rid of this. I had the pink one I got rid of as well. Listen, I was influenced to buy this when this was all the rage at the Dollar Tree. Try not to be so influenced. You don't need it. If you don't have an immediate use, don't buy it.
I shouldn't want you, I shouldn't need you, but I'm afraid that's not up to me. Cause when I hear you sing through my speakers, it's like my mind takes a hold of me. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice in my head. Oh, I wish I was more than your fan now, and that your voice came from here.
This definitely doesn't look as clean as I want it, but that's okay, because sometimes when you declutter, you make a little bit of a mess, but I don't really see this as a bad mess. I know Chris can come through here really quickly and knock it out. So this is okay for me. I did my side. The only thing I have in here now are thank you cards. And I actually am gonna move this so this can be in my goes to another area pile. And then he can use this for more of his stuff since he primarily uses this, which is fine with me. Yeah, I gotta find a home for this too. Okay, we're doing good. Keep on going. Time for some glasses. Okay, for this area right here, I actually just did laundry and I made a mental note of what I was putting back in here and what was still left. I always will gravitate to the things that I obviously like the most. We usually do that. So those are the things I'm going to keep. Now these are my unmentionables and I'm not going to go through all of that with you, but I am going to take the things that I don't want out of here, that I don't wear, don't need, you get the drift, and I'm just going to trash that. We don't donate that kind of stuff. That's not something that needs to be on YouTube, so I'll do that in just a minute and we'll hop right over here because, you know, can we just normalize not putting everything out there? I mean, some things gotta be private. Those are private, so I'll take care of that in just a second. Okay. Okay, I love pajamas and it's time to go through them. Love it, but it falls off, like it stretches out when I'm sleeping. I've also designated these two areas, so I'm not, if it doesn't fit, then I need to get rid of stuff, and I've done that for my own self, okay? These are leggings. You know I love my black leggings. That's basically the uniform. These are way too short. Ain't nobody trying to see that. These are comfortable. I'll keep them. I like these and these. Actually, these are my little rows and they're done. Bye. These are my biker shorts that I love.
You don't care, you never reply. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice.
Hey, look at that. We cleared this whole space. Lastly, this one here was one that I was kind of dreading. I knew this one was going to be a big one. These are my workout clothes. Now this is one we're going to talk about. I got this from Minimal Mom and the Gathered Nest fantasy self. So my fantasy self works out a lot. But the reality is I don't work out a lot. I mean, I do walk and I do those things. But when I do those things, I have basic outfits that I wear. I don't wear all this stuff. So we're going to go ahead and just get rid of the things because this entire drawer is workout stuff. And I haven't used it. I wear a t-shirt, biker shorts, and some leggings. I don't have to go all crazy with this stuff. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. Let it bless somebody else.
Your voice came from here in my bed. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones.
Well, I don't have two. We don't need to. I sometimes will do that. When you've grown up without, or we were poor, we didn't have a lot. And when you grow up without, you tend, I mean, from my experience, I want to speak for myself, I tend to hold on to things as if I'm never going to have it again. And I think that's just a product of how I got brought up. Just like when I go to the grocery store and the fridge is full and the pantry's full, I have a little bit of anxiety when everyone starts going in there and picking at it because I like the way it looks full, because I grew up without a full refrigerator or full pantry. I've acknowledged that, and I've realized that it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's a blessing when your kids can go in there and get something to eat. It's a blessing. So I can't hold on to that. It gave me a lot of anxiety in the early years. I've worked through that. I don't wear sports bras. Would love to, but I don't. Out of all of that, this is what we got. Look. Oh, yay me. As far as I'm concerned, that's a victory. I'm gonna see if I can get Chris in here to like think through here. Let's see. Just remember, again, like I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, and I'm going to say this in every video because I want this to really hit home. If you have a cluttered house or a messy house, it is okay. I want these videos to motivate you and to inspire you to make your space perfect for you. Don't compare it to me or anybody else anywhere. That is why I want to provide these videos, because for me, this is what brings me peace and me calm in my life. I like a clutter-free and clean space. That's not always attainable for me, like I had mentioned at the beginning. So I just want to work with you to make your space attainable for you. Do not compare yourself. One step at a time is all you need. And don't you worry. We are in this together, okay? Seriously, do not compare yourself. You are amazing and you are loved, and we are going to make your house the way you genuinely love. You saw me go through this. This drawer was literally a menace, I'm telling you. So these are all his his church socks and things like that. He can go through that stuff. We need that. Emptied this drawer completely out. These are his swim tops and shirts and then swim pants. But now it's saved room for something else. And then we've got all of his shirts and all of his shorts. Okay, so that's a wrap. I got a lot done. I think we did good. I need to do a little more cleaning in here, but we are losing daylight. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna clean it another day. Yeah, we are losing daylight very quickly. Say hello, honey.
Hi.
Anyway, so.
Love you. Love her.
Oh.
Like.
Okay.
So much.
No, Dad.
Love you.
No.
Okay, so we did good. We went through a ton of stuff. Ugh, look. Oh, that's a ton of stuff. And then another bag, 2 bags of garbage. Y'all, can I get a digital high five? Yes, all right. I'm really excited. Make sure you tag me, Miss Lynn White, on Instagram if you guys are going through the same process. Let me just see how you're doing because we're in this together. So I just made some cookies. I'm gonna go eat them while I'm on the treadmill. And yeah, it's good before I lose a little light. I'm proud of myself. I feel really good. And this space being freed up makes me want to clean it because it's not so overwhelming. So that's a plus. The whole goal here is to simplify your life. And I can't keep this house clean with all this stuff. So yeah, okay. I feel really good about it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Y'all loved the deep clean. Y'all loved the declutter. So why not marry the two? So I am gonna go run on the treadmill, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video. It helps out my channel so much. It just shows like, hey, you're interested. Leave a comment below. I'm not always able to respond right away, but I will. I love you, and if no one has told you, you are loved, you are worthy, and you are more than enough. I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Mom.